Hello and welcome back to the Good 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. My name is Potamianos. Thank you so much for joining us. Coming up, the first ever rendition of the Ronin Report, covering favorite classes on campus. Then, a look into what's happening this week at URI. And as always, stay tuned for your Rhody Sports Corner. Every semester, hundreds of classes are offered at the University of Rhode Island. Our very own Ronan Himelrick went around campus to get a sense of what students' favorite courses are in the first ever Ronin Report.
With hundreds of courses offered here at URI, there's bound to be a few favorites. Let's hit campus and see what students have to say. What has been your favorite course that you have ever taken here at URI?
I would probably say ornithology. It's a bird course, and we go outside every Friday and just look at birds.
It would probably have to be Film 101. That was the most fun. It was late at night. Good vibes from that. Good vibes.
Com 385 with Jerry Gillette. It's sports, stats, and communications. We made drafts all semester, talked about sports. We talked about stats and how it's applicable to our lives. We talked about social class issues and different issues in our country and how they're applicable to sports.
The favorite class I've ever taken here is Poli Sci 472, which is Civil Liberties with Professor Parker. Shout out Professor Parker. So basically what we go through is the Bill of Rights in the U.S. Constitution, and then we talk about how those rights evolved over time, the court's rulings on different Supreme Court cases. So it was really cool to get some insight about some different topics that I hadn't really learned about before.
Can I just say my chem lab? Because, chemistry, I like chemistry, and I took chemistry twice in high school, but the lab itself is really different than what we did in high school. We do a lot of new stuff, so I like the lab.
I've taken a lot of good classes. I'm a big fan of right now my INE, which is business law, so that's INE 315. That's a really good class. Then I also thoroughly enjoy all the accounting classes, accounting, intermediate accounting, financial accounting, all those are really good.
Definitely my favorite class I've taken here would definitely be Math 208 with Nicole Hersey. She's one of the easiest teachers I can ever have because she's super helpful. In this class, I'm basically learning how to multiply and add all over again, but how to do it with little kids and show them how to do it easier. And she's just been amazing.
My class is Michael Ice, Finance 320. I like it so much because we talk about the stock market, current events, and it's just a lot of stuff I'm interested in, so I enjoy being in the class.
I really like my gender women's study class and my ethics class.
I really like my criminology classes.
I like my geology class a lot.
My favorite class has been my clinicals because I'm a nursing major, so I get to be in the hospital and I get to put on scrubs and take blood pressure and poke people. I love it.
Italian 100 with Bruno Boyle.
Now, why was that class your favorite?
Because she was the sweetest person I've ever had a class with. She treated us like her kids. She was very fun and enjoyable to listen to, speak Italian, and I learned a lot from her.
It's clear to see that students love the classes here at URI. From outside the Memorial Union, I'm Ronan Report, 5 Cent Cigar News.
Go Rhody!
Here's a look into your week at URI. URI's theater department will be opening its production of Polaroid Stories this Thursday, October 13th at 7:30 p.m. Showings will continue throughout the weekend as well as next weekend. In honor of LGBTQ+ Liberation Month, the Gender and Sexuality Center will be hosting events throughout the course of the month. The featured keynote event and dinner will happen tonight at 6 p.m. in the Gender and Sexuality Center. This weekend is Alumni and Family Weekend. Be sure to check out the events calendar to see everything being offered. Finally, the 2022 Amanpour Lecture will occur next Thursday, October 20th at 7 p.m. and will feature award-winning international correspondent Jane Ferguson. And now over to Zach Austin with your Rhody Sports Corner.
Thanks, Alexa. Hello and welcome back to another edition of your Rhody Sports Corner. A few weeks ago, Gabe Sloat made his presence known to Rhody fans with a 65-yard touchdown run against nationally ranked Delaware. But that wasn't the first time that Sloat made a name for himself in South County. Cam Iasimone sat down with the former North Kingstown football star to to learn more about his gridiron journey.
Ever since his first collegiate touchdown with the Rams, redshirt sophomore Gabe Sloat has done nothing but improve. Over the course of 5 games for the Rams, he's recorded 107 total yards and receives multiple opportunities game in and game out. Breaking out for a career-high 65-yard touchdown for the Rams' home opener against the Delaware Blue Hens, Sloat's play has only increased from then. Rams head coach Jim Fleming has been liking what he's been seeing from the redshirt sophomore and continues to use him to the offense's advantage.
He's always been a hard worker. He's always been one that, comes early, stays late, prepares the right way, takes care of his business off the field. So, he is... his work ethic is very solid. He's a quiet, unassuming dude, but he goes to work every day and he continues to make improvement.
Not seeing the field was something Sloat wasn't used to coming in as a freshman. The local North Kingston native played a total of 20 games at the North Kingston High School, tallying in 33 total career touchdowns, earned second-team All-State as a senior, and capturing 2 state titles at the Division I and II level.
I was trying to find anywhere to play, and I reached out to Coach Flanagan, I don't even know how many times, just to get him to respond to me, and he gave me a walk-on offer, and I was like so thankful to just take it and work hard to get where I am now. Freshman year, nobody really knew who I was, and the limited opportunities I got, I just did everything I could do with it, and then a couple things worked out my way, and now I'm getting to show even more. It was a long journey though.
His style is just so precise. He pays attention to the details of his position. He's got, his eyes on the landmarks in the run game. He's a very good pass protector. And, obviously when you see him running the football, he's just got enough wiggle, to be able to make, guy limp leg, get by somebody. And then he's obviously shown he's got some speed to take the distance. So I think he's got a lot more ahead of him. We're just thrilled that he's part of our squad.
Sloat and the now 3-2 Rams looking to continue their winning ways at their next home appearance on Saturday, October 15th at 1 p.m. against Elon University. I'm Cam Iasimone, reporting for Cigar Sports.
Sloat isn't the only local star putting points on the board for Rhody. After 3 seasons at Notre Dame, Harrison Leonard returned to his roots and earned his role as the Rams' starting kicker. Joe Charette caught up with the Jamestown native on how his transition back to the Ocean State has been going so far.
Meet Harrison Leonard, the number 9th ranked kicker in the country just 3 years ago. Leonard transferred from the University of Notre Dame this summer to join the University of Rhode Island. Through the first 5 weeks of the season, Leonard has been the starting kicker for the URI football team, even with the late arrival to camp.
Yeah, I came into camp really late. I came in like 2 weeks before the season started, so I knew it was going to be a big challenge to try to get the job, and I just trusted and just worked hard every day, and eventually I got my chance.
Leonard enjoys being a part of the URI football team so far.
Yeah, no, it's been great. At the end of the day, you're Notre Dame or here, you're kicking an upright. It's the same ball. I don't know, it's been awesome.
Through 5 weeks of the season, he's made 14 to 15 extra points and 2 or 3 field goals. Here's what head coach Jim Fleming has to say about his kicker so far.
I think he's given us solidified that position for us. We had a good competition going on early. We knew Harrison was available. We wanted to add him into it, and he stepped up quite nicely.
Leonard was a part of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish football team for 3 years, mostly as a backup.
As Harrison Leonard, who was the backup kicker last year, comes in for the extra point, and they executed perfectly. So
he kicked a few extra points and was in for some kickoffs. But why URI? What were some factors in the kicker's mind that led him to become a Ram here in the Ocean State?
It's really nice to be back home, playing at Notre Dame. Didn't really get to see my family much, so living in Jamestown, getting to come home to them every day it's really nice. Because at the end of the day, we have great snappers and we have great holders. Not every team has that. Honestly, that's one of the biggest things that sometimes this transition might not be easy, but our snapper, Donato and Davey, our holder, are just great, so can't complain.
When transferring, Leonard said he was reached out to by other schools.
Yeah, I had consideration to other schools. At the end of the day, I was in really close talks with Arizona, other schools. I went on visits to UCLA and Ohio State, but at the end of the day, I wanted to go somewhere where I had a chance to play.
Leonard graduated from Notre Dame and wanted to pursue his master's in business administration, and turns out the best opportunity is right here in his backyard. By coming to URI, he's able to kick a lot more while enjoying himself at home. The kicker also has his own educational program.
So the whole entire idea of Cactus is, right now in education, you have two people who go to college. You have the people who go to memorize everything, and they forget it a month later, and there's no point in them going to college. Then there's people who go to think. So what Cactus does is enables thinkers to actually learn about what they're learning in the classroom. So say you need to take notes in the classroom, like you just type into Cactus what the teacher's talking about, and boom, you're done.
The Rhode Island Rams are 3-2 heading into their bye week with the top kicker by their side. I'm Joe Charette, Ocean State News.
Women's club ice hockey began their season last Thursday, hosting Liberty University in their home opener. With the Flames coming off an undefeated regular season last year, the Rams had a big challenge ahead of them in front of their home fans. With the latest from Boss Ice Arena, here's Zach Petrick.
I'm outside the Boss Ice Arena where the women's hockey team took on the Liberty University Eagles in their first game of the year. Liberty University struck twice in the first period, with goals from Ashlyn Stretch and Britton Fussy to take an early 2-0 lead over the Rams, and a lead they would not relinquish. In the second period, Shelby Bradford netted 2 more goals for the Eagles as she helped them extend their lead to 5-0 through 2 periods. Amanda Story, the goaltender for the Eagles, saved all 8 shots she was faced with through the game and was outstanding when they were on the penalty kill. Caitlin O'Brien had the tough task of being the netminder for the Rams on Thursday. She faced 34 shots and saved 28, allowing 6 to get behind her that ended up being the difference in the game. A key factor in the game were the amount of penalties. 9 penalties combined by the two teams, 4 from Rhode Island and 5 from Liberty University. In the third period, Britton Fussy netted her second of the game, which sealed the deal for Liberty and sunk the Rams. The Rams were outplayed on Thursday, but they have many more games to figure out their issues before they have to worry deep into the season. The Rams dropped this matchup 6-0 against the Liberty University Eagles. They look to get back on track against the Penn State Nittany Lions right here at Boss Ice Arena on October 14th. For the Good 5 Cent Cigar, I'm Zach Petrick.
And let's take a look at the rest of your scores around Kingston. Men's soccer finished the week 1-0-1, earning their first Atlantic 10 win in a thriller over St. Louis. Women's soccer also earned their first conference win, defeating St. Bonaventure on Senior Day. Volleyball fell on the road to Davidson. Tennis swept Monmouth in their home opener. Men's cross country put together a podium finish for the first time since 1964, coming in third at the New England Championship. The women finished 6th at the same meet. And congrats to Patrick Iasimone and Eric Zakalski, who earned Atlantic 10 Offensive Player of the Week and Performer of the Week, respectively. That's it for this week's Rhody Sports Corner. Back to you.
That's all we have for you this week at the 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. As always, make sure to check us out at rhodycigar.com and follow us on Twitter at rhodycigar. From Kingston, Rhode Island, I'm Alexa Potamianos. Have a great week, Rhody.